Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome my friends to a brand new episode of Tropical Wings Zoo. The last episode, my friends, is linked above for you right now. It was essentially a planning episode. We were basically putting the wheels in motion on all of the stuff we were going to do early doors where this new project and this new city zoo was concerned. Now today, my friends, I am going to be showing off the first parts of the entrance, but for those that are on the Discord, they will have seen during the course of the last week or so, me release some plans and stuff, almost a footprint on that I was going to follow on how the entrance was going to look, and that is what we're going to jump into first. I have changed the idea ever so slightly. I've kind of changed how it's going to look, but the plan essentially works the same. You're going to see the very first parts of the entrance today. It isn't finished, unfortunately. I've had one of those weeks, but I do have a hell of a lot done, so let's get into this. So my friends, first and foremost, this is the entrance plan. As you can see, it's all kind of like, I've all numbered all the bits and bobs that we're going to be trying to put into place where the entrance is concerned. Now, you will be looking at that and thinking that's, you know, probably quite a cool looking building. I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't gone with this building design. Unfortunately, I started building it and it just felt a little dated. It didn't really feel that up to date, and I wanted something that was quite modern looking, and this just didn't really kind of hit that where I was concerned. I didn't like it. Basically it didn't work for me, but I've gone away, I've kind of redesigned the entrance, and what I have built now really does work for me. Essentially it's the same shape, you know, so if you can see sort of 856, that part there, it's essentially still that shape, but the building looks very, very different to what I've put on the plan. But let's quickly run through this plan so you can see what I'm thinking where the entrance is concerned. So obviously, one, we're going to have a drop-off point. Obviously parking is of a premium where this project is concerned, so I do think a really cool idea would be that patrons could drive people up, drop them off, or taxis and so on, drop them off, a very quick stay, and then off they go. So I've decided to put that in. I am still umming and ahhing about parking. People on the Discord and in the comments have been saying that they do think we need a small car parking spot. So I am still looking at a place in the city where we can put that. Someone did make a point of saying, you know, obviously for disabled, you know, customers and patrons, they wouldn't be able to walk that far, and that's a really good point actually, and one that I've taken on board. Number two, obviously the Entrance Plaza. I'm going to have a big opening where the plaza is concerned, putting some plants in, you know, custom flooring and all that sort of stuff, and I wanted this to be quite a big area so that so it can handle a lot of guests all moving in at the same time. Three is very simple, planting. Plants built up around the edges. It really brings a build to life, and at the end of the day, lots of zoos will use planting as a way to sculpt the terrain and stuff as well, so we are going to be doing that. Four is a staff only entrance. You're going to see in today's episode, I haven't got round to doing this yet, but the plan is to put the staff entrance there. Essentially that's going to be a way for cars for our staff to come in and out to go to the staff centres, and hopefully be one of the entrances to the loop that we are going to form in the zoo where the staff's staff walkways are concerned. Number five, the ticket office. This is the main part of the entrance basically, and it's a big part of what I'm going to be showing off in today's episode. But obviously every zoo has a ticket office. We're going to go with a ticket office that's indoors. I know some zoos like London Zoo have very small cubicles and stuff like that, but I'm feeling like going with a bigger building where the ticket office is concerned for this zoo. Number six is of course the entrance, obviously the gates where you show your ticket and in you go to the zoo. Number seven, gift shop. That's not done in today's episode. I'm going to be doing an episode on its own for the gift shop, because I do want to do a speed build where that's concerned. You are going to see today that I've built the entrance already. I haven't done a speed build. Basically, I was so far behind on time and I wanted to take my time with it. I just didn't think a speed build would have worked out that well for this, so decided against it. But where the gift shop concerned, we will definitely be doing that. Number 8 is guest services. Obviously this is a big part for a lot of zoos where you can rent things like wheelchairs and buggies and that sort of stuff. So we're going to have a guest services where this zoo's concerned, and I've done it in quite a unique way actually. I think you're going to be quite interested to see the way that I've done it. Number 9 is staff only area. Obviously, this is just backlot stuff. This is areas where only the staff can access, and it's just quicker routes for them to walk, basically. We have started to put that in place. And then number 10 is obviously just future zoo area, which is something we're not really going to be touching upon today. But essentially, this is a very basic footprint for the way that I see the entrance coming together. And I can now show off what I've done so far to you right now. And so here we are, my friends. We are here, finally, in the zoo with an entrance, with a part of the zoo built, which is amazing for me to be able to sit here and say. I'm going to show off everything that I kind of touched upon already, where like the entrance plan was concerned. I'm going to show you how it's kind of worked its way into the actual plan and the actual build so far. Obviously, this isn't the best view of the entrance right now. As you can see, I've already started doing the planting. It's building up quite nicely. I really like the way that this, I like the way that the building kind of hugs the plaza. It's really come off exactly how I wanted it to. You're going to see this is simply just the ticket office, guest services, and the entrance and exit, basically, is all I've managed to get done. Unfortunately, time was a bit of a premium. I would say we're probably at about 90% finished. Some of the interior work on the ticket office still needs doing. I have a big plan for what I want to do in the ticket office, but it requires me making a lot of custom artwork to put on billboards and essentially build something, and I just haven't been able to get round to it. But yeah, essentially, that's what we've done so far. 90% finished, I would say. I'm in an RN if I want to do a floor design as well in the Entrance Plaza. I did do some small tiles, but it was 6,000 pieces, so I decided to delete it. I just thought it was a ridiculous amount of pieces, and you know, I just didn't want the lag where the entrance was concerned, because it's a heavy duty part of the zoo. Lots of people are in and out constantly, so you want to be careful where your piece count's concerned. But anyway, let's get into this so I can show it off to you, my friends. So first and foremost, you're going to see that drop-off area. I basically carved this out. I've had to redo, you know, the pathway, but I'm sure this is something that the zoo would be allowed to do. I'm sure the local councils and the mayor would have given them permission to do this. We are obviously going to have some bus stops along this road as well. One of the reasons why I've kind of put these benches and lights in place, I would imagine one of the bus stops would be quite close to the entrance, so I'm yet to plan that. We will do that very, very shortly. What I am going to say, my friends, is that obviously I'm putting this episode out today where I'm literally just showing off the entrance. I am going to be putting another episode out in a couple of days' time where I'm going to reveal the street names, the city name, and all that sort of stuff. I basically... I want to break things up and do it a certain way, and obviously in that episode hopefully I'll be able to show off the bits that are finished where the entrance is concerned as well. So if you're wondering about that, I have counted them all up, tallied up. I know what everything's going to be called now, and I will reveal that in the next episode, which I'm hoping will be out in 2 or 3 days' time. So yeah, this is the drop-off area. You know, this is stuff we don't really need to pay too much attention to because it's on the outside of the zoo. But what I've also done is I've made these custom banners. Now they're not. The banners themselves are great. What I don't like is that this is way too large. But to do a custom banner to make it fit, it's 1.5. It's 1.5 billboards, and so it's really difficult then to piece it together. So instead I just decided to do I think this is 3 billboards long, and I've done these custom images. Obviously you have to piece it together like a jigsaw, but yeah, we've got a flamingo one here, we've got a gorilla one here, and then I've done an elephant one as well, my friends. These are all animals that are going to be finding their way into Tropical Wing Zoo, and I just thought this was a nice touch on the outside of the zoo, almost hugging the custom wall that we've built outside. Everything is very, very custom, I am going to say that, and this is very different to anything I've done before as well, because I haven't used any zoos to influence this entrance building. I literally just kind of was loosely drawing something up, and this is what came together, my friends. So yeah, this is very, very large. Walking in here, I'm still not sure. I might put like I am thinking, the reason I put this here is I am thinking of doing like a metal sort of arch, and then putting tropical wings on it, or welcome or something like that. But I am in an RN. I do quite like how open it feels at the moment. As you all know, planters are premium. Creating shade in these large plaza areas is really, really important. I'm not an expert where this sort of thing is concerned, but I've done enough reading and I've done enough research to know that you want to be creating shade, because these areas do get very, very hot, very warm, and you want to provide that for your guests. Obviously, we've given them some places to sit. As you can see, we've already started some planting around here. It's quite wild, I think. That's kind of the direction I want to go. I want to be quite natural where this is concerned. But I still want it to feel as though it's been put together in a particular way. But yeah, we've got the planting started this side, and you're going to see we've got the planting started over here as well. The reason I've left this empty for now is I am thinking about putting like a statue or something here, and then this piece here, it would be like a photo opportunity in the entrance. You see that a lot with these big city zoos, and I'm thinking about trying to create something myself. So I've left it open rather than filling in with plants and whatnot just yet. So yeah, let me know how you feel about the planting, because it's a bit different to what I usually do, but obviously I'm still trying to stay true to the European location of the zoo. So first and foremost, I might as well show you the in and out part. For whatever reason, I left this. I didn't put the wood design on here, but I quite like it because obviously I put this door here, and I kind of treating this as though this would be like a staff, a little staff area where they would like store things and whatnot. Maybe like these little boards and stuff. Now you're going to notice a lot of these boards don't have anything on. I've done that on purpose. The zoo isn't open yet. It's still, it's still a work in progress, and so they wouldn't start putting posters up and whatnot until nearer the time, I guess. So one of the reasons I've done this, it is on purpose, but yeah, again, I've used the billboards, and I'm going to build some custom stuff to go on these as well. But yeah, the exit we'll look at first. So one of the big boo-boos that I made with JCP is that I didn't actually do a disabled exit point, but I've managed to do it on this one. And then yeah, I've just kind of used the design I always use where the exit's concerned. It's like a one-way sort of entry design so that people can't get back in basically once they've exited the zoo. You're going to see the roof design is quite intricate. I've even built this framework that our lights and stuff sit on. So yeah, that's the out, and then this is the in, and it's very much the same. And again, I've gone with a very similar design to what I usually do where the entrance gates are concerned. I have put a disabled access one on here as well, because you need to have that for your patrons basically. And again, we've gone with that design for the lights on the roof, and I think it actually looks really, really cool. I think it's we're aiming for realism, and I think I feel like I've nailed that where this is concerned. I've gone with this design. Basically, I did this design on the windows, and I thought that would actually be quite cool if we could match that design up to some degree to kind of almost be like struts and supports and whatnot, and to hold all this. And it just gives this entrance a bit, there's so much to look at basically. Do you know what I mean? Like it would have been very boring if it was just, a rectangle roof with the bits and bobs underneath, but carrying these struts on from the roof on our ticket office and guest services building, I think it just looks really, really cool. I will let you have a look as well from above, so you can see that the angle does change even with the struts on the roof, and yeah, they're all interlocking, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool actually. I really, really like it. And like I say, this is very much a custom design, something that just started to come together organically, and absolutely fell in love with it as it was going along. This is going to be staff only back here. This is a staff only gate, and this is what I was saying. This is the start of the staff area. Something that I have done with this build that I haven't done with many others is I actually got access ladders to the roof for, say, like your mechanics and stuff to service things like your solar panels and your aircon units and whatnot. Something I've not done before, and I've even done this like walkway so they would stay off the main roof basically. But yeah, I've done these little custom ladders and whatnot back here. I think it looks really nice actually. Like I actually think it's one of the nicer roofs that I've done where the builds are concerned. Really, really into it. And again, you'll see a bit more over here as well. But yeah, I guess the main bit really is the ticket office, ladies and gentlemen. Now, first and foremost, I've made these custom made these custom banners down the sides. I'm going to be using, if I do any animals, I'm going to be using either photos that I take in the game, or I'm going to be using some of the promo stuff that Frontier actually released themselves and use that art rather than using actual animals, because I think it'll feel a bit more real and a bit more legitimate, because the animals don't look how like a photo of a real lion or tiger would look. So I'm going to be using Frontier stuff. How gorgeous does it look though? We've got a tiger this side, and then I did one with an elephant on this side, and I think they look really, really cool on the entrance building, just either side. And then we've got the little Tropical Wings logo above the doors. This one's got, ticket office on it. But yeah, there are two ways in. You've got this one here and this one here. I've actually done automatic doors because I was thinking about those, disabled guests that would be coming to the zoo. Wouldn't, be as easy for those guys and girls in and out of the building. So I have thought about everything this time. So yeah, let's mooch on in to the building now. The big thing I need to tell you is that the interior is not finished. This is the bit that isn't finished because it's taken me a lot of time, and basically I was really struggling with ideas as well for the interior. I kind of knew what I wanted to do with the floor. I knew I wanted to go with this design. It was a tiled design, 3 different colours, and I really love it, absolutely love it. And I think it really pops, and it works with the tones of the wood that I've decided to go with as well. But the walls are really, really confused on. But what I'm actually thinking of doing is I'm going to be using the 1 meter billboards. I don't know how hard this is going to be or how harsh it's going to be on the CPU, so I've got to test it. But essentially what I'm going to do is make a big image, basically maybe like a 1920 1080 image, and then I'm going to basically then cut that down into 512 by 512 images, and then I'm going to build like a mural on the wall using these basically on this wall. That's the plan. Whether or not I can make it work, I'm not sure. And then in these gaps, I might do similar to this sort of thing. Not sure yet, but that's kind of the idea. But I kind of want to build a mural on the ticket office wall. I am obviously going to be putting some, writing, 1, 2, 3 for your ticket offices and whatnot. I will say as well, I am using a mod for the very first time in this series. I'm using the No Box shop mod. It's perfectly safe mod. It's a very good mod. I believe it was made by Eben. I asked him a few questions, would it crash the game or whatnot, and he said no, every now and then you might just need to update the mod itself, but he said other than that it should be fine. And I think it gives me a bit more free reign. And you're going to see when we go around to the other side to the guest services, it kind of makes a bit more sense. The mod here, not so much. I probably could have done the boxes and got away with it, but because it removes the boxes of all the shops, you kind of have to, make the most of it. So that's my idea, by the way, where this wall's concerned. I've just got to see if it can work, and then once I get the mural on, then the rest of it will probably come together. But the thing with me is things come together organically. Rarely are the interiors planned. The outsides of the buildings, they come together very, very quickly. I think it's one of the reasons why I do struggle to do speed builds, is because I do procrastinate a lot on every build that I do. We did this little custom light design here as well, which does look really cool. I am going to show you what this looks like at night as well as during the day, because I think I'm paying a lot more attention to lighting and whatnot this time around. But yeah, if we just kind of get a good look from this angle of the building, I think it does look really nice. Love the floor. I think the ticket office works really well. It goes around the corner. I've tried to use angles where these pillars are concerned as well, rather than just all be squared off. I've really tried to work some different shapes and whatnot in. The roof design, I went with glass. I wanted it to be, I feel really large and airy in here. So I've gone with glass and some metal framework. I am still thinking about putting a light in here though, like some lighting on a frame across these beams, because when it gets darker, or when it's raining and it gets darker and whatnot, we'd still need lights in here, wouldn't we? So I am still thinking about building some sort of framework with lights to go on. But other than that, other than this wall and the lights, I would say we are pretty much there where this building's concerned. Some people might think that it looks a bit plain. This isn't actually white. This is like a very off creamy colour. It looks really white when you're looking at the game, but it actually isn't. But yeah, let's move on up this way. So that's the plan. These are all empty, by the way, because the zoo's not open. But in these ones, you're gonna have the ticket prices, and then in these ones there's going to be maybe like membership information, or support the animals and that sort of stuff. And then I've done a big one on the end as well. Maybe that could be like like feeding times, show times, and that sort of stuff. But yeah, basically it's all going to be filled in when the zoo is closer to being opened. All these custom pieces of art do take a lot of time to build, so I've kind of saved myself some time. Over here, this is kind of like the online ticket section. So basically, if you purchase your tickets online or whatnot, and rather than having to queue up, you can come here, you bang all your stuff in, and you get your tickets, basically. I thought that would be quite a cool place to put these. Obviously, tickets don't actually come out of these, but what I have done is I've sunk some ATMs in the wall. It's a good way to disguise your ATMs, and it gets a couple of them here, so we've got those being used. Also as well, do note that I am paying attention to all the little things like fire alarms, to fire extinguishers and things like that. But yeah, we come around this way, take a pew, have a little seat, maybe while you're waiting around here. But this is going to be the guest services area. Now, first and foremost, I do just want to show off this ceiling design because I'm very, very proud of it. These are lights here, and they run down. But yeah, I actually had to build this outside of the building and drag it in, and it fit perfectly first time, which is actually mental to be able to sit here and say that. But yeah, this is the guest services area. Basically, it's not the biggest guest services. I maybe could have done with making this building a little bit bigger, maybe one more square along, but it is what it is. You live and you learn, ladies and gentlemen. And this is like a really good example of that mod, by the way. This is what you're left with. It's literally just a person, and it could be a cash register or a computer. It's a computer in this case. But yeah, this is kind of what you're left with, basically. This is just rough mock-up. These might not even stay here. Again, I'm very much stuck where the interior is concerned, so the walls are a bit plain at the moment. But I do plan on getting some designs in here and really livening all these walls up a bit. But whether or not we go really crazy, we will wait and see, because I have a lot of pieces already, I'm going to be completely honest with you. But yeah, this is the guest services area, basically, ladies and gents, where you can hire your bits and bobs. And another thing that I've done is I've actually put an entrance here. This door would go out, obviously, into the zoo, and I just thought this would be quite a cool place to put like a little entrance point. Obviously, you can't get your buggies through it and whatnot. You're going to have to go back and around to the main one for that, but you might purchase a ticket, you walk around this way and you go through. And the reason I've done this is because I'm actually going to put a toilet block on the outside of this building. That's something you'll notice there isn't at the moment, but there is a plan, to put that in at a later date. But yeah, that's that. And again, they're not filled in because the zoo's not open. And then this, very much a custom door, but this goes to the staff area, basically. So I will take you through. This is still being worked on as well. I don't like putting episodes out when things aren't finished, but people have been asking about this, and this was kind of like the only day I could put it out. So I've kind of had to, make the most of a bad situation. But as you can see, we've got bits and bobs here. Right, so we go through the door, ladies and gentlemen, and you are now in the staff area. As you can see, everything's a work in progress back here. Trying to pay attention to all the little details. What I've done is I've put a really big staff room in, basically, in this area, and we've put it back here. You will have seen when I was showing you the backstage, you would have seen the windows and whatnot. But yeah, essentially, I've just put a large staff room back here. I think it makes perfect sense. It's a really good place to have one. It just kind of filled out the building a little bit, and it helped me use that bit of the building rather than it just being an empty part of it, basically. But yeah, we'll work our way around here, and then you're in the ticket office, basically. It's all very much custom. I am still working on this as well back here, but as you can see, you got your desks that they're all standing and working at. And we've got some cabinets and whatnot that would be filled up with bits and bobs. I'm actually going to change the handles on these. I'm not a big fan. I'm probably going to use these ones instead. But yeah, and this is probably where some information and whatnot would be. Whether or not we're going to bother doing it, ladies and gents, probably not, because it would just be a waste basically back here. I think the walls that are facing the windows, I think we do something with them, because you'll see it and whatnot, but the rest of it I doubt we really need to be doing. And then yeah, that goes out there basically, so your staff can actually come in this way. It's a nice cut through into the backstage and into the staff area. And so yeah, if I take you out this way, that's that door there basically. And then this here will be inside the zoo. So I guess while we're here, I might as well tell you, I'm planning on doing like a toilet block here, and then as you can see, I've already put the fence in. The gift shop will be kind of over here basically. I think it's a good place to have a gift shop near the exit. Lots of zoos do it, get you as you're on your way out basically. So yeah, we're going to do a gift shop over here, and this is just like an overview basically of what the entrance looks like, ladies and gents. And like I say, I think it's a really cool building. It's very, very different to anything I've done before. I really love the fact I've gone with like very, very like harsh colors on the roof, use different pieces as well, and yeah, I just really feel like it come together, like really come together, and just looks really nice. I'm really happy with it. I just hope you guys like it as much as I do. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to show you. Like I say, my friends, 2 or 3 days time, I do plan on doing another episode of Tropical Wing Zoo. In that episode, we'll be talking about the street names and the city name and all that stuff. We're going to get it all named and get some street names and stuff put in. And what I will do as well is I will show this off again, because it will be finished, like 100% finished. And I might even have a little bit of the gift shop going, at least like the plans and whatnot put in place. But do let me know what you've made of the entrance build. Do let me know what you made of the episode as well. Would really appreciate that. I just hope you like it, my friends. At the end of the day, I would absolutely love your feedback if there's anything that you would potentially change, or if there's anything that you might put inside the building or whatnot. But yeah, like I say, do let me know. But my friends, I am done and dusted for another episode of Tropical Wing Zoo. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss an episode of this. Also, we do have other Planet Zoo content going on the channel. We've got Nature's Wonders, we've got Jammy Conservation Park, all going to be coming back in the next month or so. Drop a like on the video to support it and to show this channel some appreciation. The more likes, the more chance there is that more people will see this wonderful little video. But my friends, I am done. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see you next time.